快来围观，我用蹩脚的英语给AI 介绍峨眉山。
I want to talk about my trip to Emei Mountain. Are you interested?
Of course, I'd love to hear about it. How was your trip to Emei Mountain?
Well, I visited there in my May Day holiday, and I plan to take a few beautiful natural photos of beautiful natural scenes, but it turned out to be quite different from what I had imagined. Actually, this trip was a little rushed, and we drove a car at night, and we drove halfway up the mountain and stayed overnight. And the next day, we took the shuttle bus and the cable car directly to the summit. And I think it only took about 20 minutes to climb the mountain. And during that way, the scenery was quite ordinary. But if you are lucky, you can see. It is said that you can spot monkeys jumping from tree to tree. So quite a few visitors were waiting there. Since we got there quite early in the morning before sunrise, so the weather is very cold, and we didn't put on enough clothes. We had to buy some protections for our legs. So if you want to visit there, please remember to check the temperature and wear enough layers, even in summer. And then we got to the summit, and the most inspiring sight is the four-faced Buddha, which I think is 普贤菩萨, who is sitting on an elephant, and it is quite really enormous, and we took many photos of it. And then we visited the famous Golden Temple, which is a historical temple that had been restored for quite a few times. And there were so many people visiting there, hoping for a peaceful and safe life. And I also got some kind of blessing card. It's a paper and with a character of blessing in Chinese on it. There is also a seal. I don't know how to say 盖印章. A seal. I put a seal on it, and it is said that I will get blessed from the Buddha. And then after visit the temples, we go to another famous spot. It's called 舍身崖, and I think I will talk about it with you in later. Please tell me if you get my ideas, and if there's any sentences or words or phrases that I can improve, please point out.
You did a great job describing your trip. Here are a few suggestions to make it even smoother and more natural. Instead of, I visited there in my May Day holiday, you can say, I visited Emei Mountain during the May Day holiday. Instead of, I plan to take a few beautiful natural photos of beautiful natural scenes, you can say, I plan to take some beautiful photos of the natural scenery. Instead of, we drove a car at night and we drove halfway up the mountain, you can say, we drove halfway up the mountain at night. On the way, the scenery was quite ordinary, but if you're lucky, you can spot monkeys jumping from tree to tree. Many visitors were waiting for that. Since we got there quite early in the morning, before sunrise, the weather was very cold, and we hadn't put on enough layers, so we had to buy some extra protection for our legs. When we reached the summit, the most inspiring sight was the four-faced Buddha statue, which I believe is Samanta Badra sitting on an elephant. It's truly enormous, and we took many photos of it. We also visited the famous Golden Temple, which is a historic site that's been restored several times. It was very crowded with people hoping for a peaceful and safe life. I also got a blessing card with a character for blessing in Chinese and stamped it with a seal, which is said to bring good fortune from the Buddha. After visiting the temples, we went to another famous spot called Sheshinya, but I'll talk about that later. Your story flows well, and these small tweaks can help make it even clearer and more engaging.